and we are going to be talking to you about our business application that's called Call a Doc. So, yeah, so basically CallAdoc is a mobile application which will provide an interface for doctors and patients to meet virtually through a video call. The patients will also be able to call for an ambulance through this application, where a special algorithm has been designed which tracks the GPS location of the user and the GPS location of the closest ambulance and asks for an ambulance from this particular service. The patient will also be able to order for medicines from a pharmacy through our application, and the medicines will be delivered at your doorstep. Therefore, we aim to provide a complete medical experience through our application. So the team is myself, Rahil, this is Anudeep, and then we have two others here. One is Abhay, who's a web developer, and another person, Abhinav. He's the head of our business development team. And then we are our target customers. So we first did the customer segment activities and came up with 5 main customer segments who will be using our application. First one we came up was people who live far away from hospitals and would love to consult a doctor within 5 minutes or 5 seconds. This is useful for such people because they don't have to spend time going all the way to the hospital and covering such a long distance, and they would be benefited from a video call. And then we would also be benefiting people who are busy and would like to save time of their busy schedule and consult the doctor. And these people also would not want to take half a day off just to go to the hospital for a consultation for let me say a back pain or any such thing. And then this is a very important customer segment. It's mainly people who are aged around 60 or people who need long-term medical attention and who need it regularly. This makes it easy for them because suppose they interact with the doctor once, they can go back home and then keep in touch with him through this video calling facility. And also the ambulance feature and the pharmacist feature would come in use to these people because they're the ones who are at the risk of maybe an emergency situation, and they're the ones who would benefit from a pharmacy delivering the medicines at their doorstep. And then international customers are also one of our customer segments, especially the NRIs, I mean the Indians living in other countries. Let's take an Indian living in the US. He would love to have a consultation with an Indian doctor because it's the culture of Indian doctors. You ask them many questions. It's a normal thing with Indians. You see, you like asking doctors a lot of questions, and also the doctor will be more open, and the patient will be more open to an Indian doctor. And corporates will be a huge segment for us as they will be able to use our app. And this will, while conducting our validation survey, this was actually a gorilla that popped up. So basically what happened was, we were speaking to this marketing head and he said that this app would come in use to him because he will be able to, suppose suddenly an employee faints. He'll be able to use this application to check on what's the immediate need, immediate care, on what should be done immediately, to avoid any further risk and to reduce the risk. So these are our main target customers. And then this is the problem statement. That is, patients having a busy lifestyle will find it difficult to take a day off work just to consult a doctor. This was a main problem statement. We worked on this and we created many experiments regarding this. Yeah, so this was an experiment to prove the problem statement, and the riskiest assumption was that patients will avail the services of a doctor virtually through a video call and they'll be comfortable with this. So this was done yesterday, and we visited 2 hospitals and spoke to about 20 patients who are busy and middle-aged and are in need for a good medical consultation, and they were waiting there for a consultation. So, and our measure was that if at least 8 patients out of 20 are interested with it, then our hypothesis is true. Actually, 8 out of 20 is a very low number, it's just 40%. And most people would prefer to take a higher number. We took 8 because what we thought was, considering it's medicine, which people are very personal about, and it's like an emotional thing. Once people start using it and once they start advising this to others, then the other people might pick it up and use it. So we thought that the early adapters wouldn't be that much, but surprisingly, our results were stunning, as we saw that more than 15% showed intent in using this app and availing this service.
30 seconds.
Okay. Out of these 15 people also, at least 10 to 12 people were really excited about this. And then solution MVP. So we have developed a software prototype, and we believe that this is a good way of reaching out to customers, as it's interactive and also gives us an opportunity to market our product in public. So today morning we went on and marketed this in Garuda Mall. That's a pretty public place. And overall we see the positive feedback. However, we found a trend that women are less interested to use this kind of an application, and we went down to ask them, why do you say so? They say that they aren't very tech savvy and would need someone else's guidance in using this application.
Couple more sentences and that's it.
Okay, so we strongly feel that people will buy this product because healthcare these days is the topmost priority for most of the people, and here we are providing one of the easiest way to maintain one's health. This is just a click away from doctors, and also this can be very useful in emergency situations. Our app can also be used for immediate care. An employee suddenly faints and the manager can contact a doctor and know what immediate steps to take.
Okay.
And this just
stop here. I'm sorry, I have to. We're already over time. So yes, questions from you guys.
Who is going to pay?
Oh yeah, I haven't discussed the revenue thing, right? That was actually there in the marketing slide. The app is going to be free on the App Store and Google's Play. However, when the customer pays the doctor for the consultation or the information the doctor is giving him, we will be receiving 10% of this, and the rest of the 90% will be going to the doctor.
See, my view is that video calling will be a commodity, right? Just the way you can call a doctor today, you can call the doctor on a video phone tomorrow, right? So, I think the basic proposition is important today because it's new, but will be a commodity a couple of years from now, right? So, I'm not sure that that aspect of the app will be important as you go forward.
Okay. So, the video calling aspect of it. Okay, we'll...
Right? At the same time, I mean, if I can tell a quick story, what apps, how many apps do you have on your phone?
Few.
Few, right? So everybody has only a handful of apps. It is unlikely you will carry a app for Fortis, Malya, you know, you'll probably for all the doctors that are not affiliated with a big hospital, you will only carry one app for them.
Yeah, so this
right?
is...
So this can be the aggregation point for all the mom and pop doctors. And I think that proposition is a very powerful proposition. I'll encourage you to read about how the pizza industry in the US changed because of that app. It's a company called Seamless.com.
Okay.
So when you buy a pizza, you can buy a pizza on Domino's with a single click on the phone, right? Mostly you find the same pizza, so it's very convenient. So Domino, the organized guys won a lot of market share over mom and pop guys, because mom and pop, each guy couldn't afford to put an app on your phone, right? Someday you will buy from this one, someday from this one, someday for this one. So all of them banded together under a company called Seamless, which just did its IPO last month, and very, very successful. So what you can be is what Seamless is to food vendors, you can be to doctors. That proposition is going to be more powerful than anything else.
Thank you. And actually, I just want to say one thing was that we're mainly going to be targeting doctors who are like in clinics and stuff rather than the big hospitals.
Yes,
so
that is why this is so important. Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
Just to add to that one, since medicine is an area where involvement is very high side from any patient getting involved. So I believe a little bit you have to think through beyond this also, like because there will be a lot of risk associated with this. So how to tackle those areas while you position this thing.
So there's a local accelerator company you should check out called Praxify, right? So you have to be what Praxify will be to the big guys, you can be to the small guys.
Okay.
That is the way to look at this.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything, Adi, you want to add, because you are already in this
Yeah,
you should
exactly.
be able to give some kind of insight.
Yeah,
By the way, he's still in school.
Huh?
Yes, the judges don't know. He's still in school. He's in 9th.
Never too late. Too early either.
I think you'll figure it out who pays. The 10% from doctor is going to be a tough task.
Okay.
Because who is going to pay is a big challenge. Anything facing patient as a customer or consumer has been a big challenge in India. So if you rather solve doctor's problem and then he doesn't
you don't cut his money. If it's 200 rupees, you take 10 rupees. Not going to like it.
Okay. Yeah.
He can say that because he works with a lot of doctors
Okay.
currently with his company.
Okay. Thank you for the feedback.
Hey, good job, man.
We just have the filter tab if you just want to go through it.